Roman Catholic world. They are electing a new pope. That story and more when Star City News begins live at 5.
Live from Lincoln, Nebraska, this is Star City News.
Good evening and welcome to Star City News. I'm Katie Nelson.
And I'm Ryan Pritchard. Tonight's top story is a papal conclave. Will it be white smoke or black smoke? The world has their eyes glued to the Sistine Chapel's chimney.
There's the prayer, there's the voting, there's the meditation, the voting. So don't expect anything before 8 o'clock. It's unlikely that there would be white smoke on the first ballot. However, be aware that around 8 o'clock we'll probably see the first signs of smoke coming from the chimney.
Today is the first day the Cardinals are voting for the new pope. Before the voting could begin, the Cardinals went through Mass and took their vows of secrecy. They cast the first votes mid-afternoon. Black smoke followed, meaning a new pope has not been chosen.
How amazing it is that we get to witness history and how important it is for us to really be thankful by Pope Benedict for his humility and what he's taught us, and just to be excited for a new pope and to see what he has to teach us. Wonderful.
The ASUN elections were last week, but today there still isn't a winner. Even though last week's voter turnout was the highest it's been since the 1980s, none of the three parties that ran last week came out on top. The Sense Party was knocked out of the lineup after receiving only 28% of the student vote.
The 30% that Sense received, they will now decide which party sort of gets the real victory here.
Today, the Engage Party and the Revive Party are neck and neck. The Engage Party's platforms include creating an international student orientation at UNL, establishing a third college prep program in South Omaha, enhancing the stability program at UNL through increased involvement, streamlining the process to become a registered student organization, as well as creating a community for RSOs, and increasing involvement in ASUN. They have also adopted Sense's platform to shorten the election season to 4 weeks. The Revive Party throws their name into the hat with the promise to increase student involvement in ASUN, making college more affordable, reinstating block seating at Husker games, beginning discussions about serving alcohol in the Haymarket Arena, requiring participation in philanthropic events, and creating a resources tab on Blackboard. The polls will be open until 8 p.m. tonight. To vote, log on to myred.unl.edu. Click online voting and follow instructions. Hey, Ryan, do you have any fun plans for spring break?
Nothing too crazy. I'm headed back home. Might get in some snowmobiling, some skiing back in Colorado. What about you?
Well, I'm actually going to head home, and I think I'll just take it easy, hang out with the family. We had our reporter, Star City's Jake Bakoven, go out and talk to UNL students about what they'll be doing for their spring break. Jake?
The University Health Center was handing out free spring break gear, such as what I have on here, today at the Union. But they weren't just handing out party supplies.
We have information about safety, around sun safety, alcohol safety, just even social media safety, just to think twice before you're Facebooking, Twittering.
College of Hair Design representatives joined the University Health Center at the Union in warning people of the potential dangers of spring break. They brought a unique device with them called a Woods Lamp.
Look inside of this, and they will see the spots from the sun. You can see if their skin's dehydrated.
Of course, spring break is a big week for travel agencies. AAA is also taking this opportunity to warn students to take precaution.
Make sure that you're leaving all your contact information home with a family member or a friend, for somebody can contact you. And then it's always nice, you can always text or call home every once in a while just to touch base with someone back here just to make sure everybody knows you're safe.
If you would like free spring break gear, the Health Center will be back here at the Union from 11 to 1 on Thursday. Remember to have a safe spring break. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Jake. Sometimes lower numbers are a good thing. Tobacco sales to minors dropped from 14% in 2011 to 8% this year. Public health educator Brian Baker says consistent compliance checks with businesses help to keep sales to minors below 10%. Only 3 businesses sold to minors more than once this year: Save Best Foods, Jackpot Convenience, and Discount City. Ever get a speeding ticket? You can pay it or you can go to Stop Class. And now Stop Class is online. Southeast Community College is offering an online Stop Class that's been approved by the Nebraska Department of Motor Vehicles. People can schedule the class at any SCC testing center on the Beatrice, Lincoln, or Milford campuses. For an additional fee, the test can be taken anywhere there's an internet connection and a webcam. For more information, you can call 402-437-2710.
The next time you buy a lottery ticket, beware. Nebraska Attorney General John Bruning said the Consumer Protection Division has received more than 450 calls and complaints about fake lottery numbers in the past 3 months. Most of these scams begin in foreign countries and make use of phony phone numbers. Bruning said, quote, "No one is looking to give you money, and you can't win a contest or lottery you haven't entered," end quote. Well, if you earn your income through the stock market and not through fake lottery scams, you will continue to rake in the money. The Dow Jones Industrial Average extended its winning run into an 8th session as it opened up 3.37 points at 14,450.66. Hugh Johnson, chairman of Hugh Johnson Advisors LLC in Albany, New York, said, quote, "This is the 24th bull market since 1890, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average has gone to a new high in 14 of those 24. So it's not unusual for the Dow to set a new high," end quote. After being slapped with tougher sanctions by the United Nations, North Korea is on standby for possible military action. This comes after North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un ended the armistice that has been in place since the end of the Korean War in the 1950s. The United States and South Korea are on high alert for a possible North Korean military attack. Coming up next, an elderly woman is missing. For that story and more, stay tuned. You're watching Star City News.
The Mary Riempa Ross Media Arts Center devotes itself to providing an assortment of high-quality films to the students at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln and the surrounding community. Located on City Campus, the Ross features a variety of genres, including American independent films and classic foreign films. Stop in and receive more information on how you can donate to the Ross Media Arts Center, or visit www.theross.org. Donate today and help bring quality films to Lincoln.
Come and explore the wonders of the universe at Morrill Hall. Located on UNL's city campus, visit museums.unl.edu for more information.
The Nebraska Sports Council invites you to take part in a 6-week challenge that will motivate families to adopt healthier lifestyles. The Nebraska Sports Council and Clarity have helped Americans lose more than 280,000 pounds and log more than 3.5 million hours of activity. Go to livewellchallenge.com to register and take part in the Live Well Family Challenge. Join the effort today.
A fitting tribute in his 500th affair here at Memorial Stadium. Tom Osborne is at the front of the pack leading the Nebraska football team out of the tunnel for probably the last time.
Working on the right side. Gets down in the paint. His shot's up and good. Wow, what a play.
The handoff will go to Amani Cross, off tackle, right side. Cross moving forward. Touchdown, Nebraska. Amani Cross from 4 yards out. It's 16-0 Big Red.
Thanks for listening to Husker Basketball.
It's Husker football.
You're listening to 90.3 KRNU.
Welcome back to Star City News. Today, Lincoln police are searching for a missing 75-year-old woman. Patsy Isaacson's husband discovered she was gone around 6:30 this morning after Isaacson called her home and left a voicemail saying she was lost and might be in the downtown area. The call was traced to the Walgreens on 70th and O. Employees say they saw Isaacson enter and exit the store several times before driving off toward the Wedgwood neighborhood. Police say she's white, about 5 feet tall and 100 pounds, with gray hair and hazel eyes. She was last seen wearing a maroon coat, pink sweater, and black dress pants. She was driving a tan 2007 Lexus, license plate number SXY 475. If you see police, call police immediately. The Lincoln City Council approved a new student apartment complex. Star City's Nathan Perlow has the story.
Lincoln City Council stamped a seal of approval on 2 downtown redevelopment projects, Project Oscar and the RAP. Project Oscar will be a 4-story office retail building in the West Haymarket, with Olson Associates being the primary tenant. Marketing Director for the Downtown Lincoln Association, Todd Ogden, said it's really encouraging for the West Haymarket area.
To see a development like that be put in an area that continues to grow and should help support downtown with more employees and more mixed use, which is great.
The RAP will be a student apartment complex wrapped around a 1,600-stall parking garage right here at 18th and Q Streets. Ogden said this will give students one more living option close to the university.
We know we have strong demand for university housing and residential housing, and adding more residents to downtown is always an encouraging factor as well.
Ogden said Project Oscar and the RAP are both welcome developments for the downtown area.
It helps expand the downtown footprint, so there's just that much more employees and residents in areas that typically aren't used to that, and adding that kind of use to the area will really encourage people to expand, not only downtown but further out around the surrounding community.
Construction for both projects is set to begin this spring. I'm Nathaniel Perlow, live from the newsroom. Back to Katie and Ryan in the studio.
The University of Nebraska Omaha is offering a spring break alternative for those who wish to volunteer instead of vacation. UNO's 7 Days of Service program will provide volunteers to sites all over Omaha beginning Saturday and continuing through March 23rd. If you wish to volunteer, plan on working from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. doing such tasks as painting, carpentry, and landscaping. Contact UNO's Student Community Leadership and Service Office for more information. 2 national awards are coming to the Nebraska Air National Guard. The U.S. Air Force Organizational Excellence Award and the U.S. Air Force Outstanding Unit Awards are now held by the 155th Air Refueling Wing based out of Lincoln. Governor Dave Heineman said the award acknowledges the troops are the best of the best. Also mentioned was the 155th Medical Group Dental Clinic, who received recognition as the best trained clinic among the entire Air National Guard. UNL's College of Law is climbing up the rankings. The Law College moved up to 61st place in the ranking the best law colleges in the U.S. The ranking was compiled by the U.S. News and World Report. UNO's Law College moved up 28 spots from last year's rank of 89. There is one more option for those looking to volunteer, and it has to do with meteorology. We go to Star City Chief Meteorologist Ben Dorenbach for more.
With spring just around the corner, we can expect both warm weather and more rainfall historically. And for those of you who have a knack for weather or just measuring rain and snowfall, I might have the volunteering opportunity just for you. CocoRaz, the Community Collaborative Rain, Hail, and Snow Network, is a volunteer organization that allows anyone to assist in rain and snow measurements as it falls from the sky. Now that Nebraska has joined the national network, all 50 states in the U.S. are now a part of it. And it's safe to say that many Nebraskans are now going cuckoo for CocoRaz, including co-coordinator for Nebraska CocoRaz and UNL meteorology professor Dr. Mark Anderson.
If you don't have good measurements, within a farm region, some farmer may be out irrigating onto a crop that already received a couple of inches of rain, and he may not need to do that, and it's wasteful of water. And if we have one short
Volunteering is both easy and inexpensive. All you have to do is sign up on the CocoRaz website and buy a CocoRaz approved rain gauge like this one, either online or at your local hardware store, and costs around $25. The information that you record on the CocoRa's website can be seen by, well, anyone. Some organizations that utilize this data are the National Weather Service, the United States Department of Agriculture, and Emergency Management. For more information, go to www.cocoras.org to contact your local coordinators and to obtain membership. And with this past weekend's wacky weather, I'd say it's pretty hard to say what next weekend has in store for the capital city. Reporting for Star City News, I'm Chief Meteorologist Ben Dornbach. Amber Michael is live next with your spring break forecast.
Stay tuned for more news and weather after these messages.
The Cat House, Lincoln's no-kill cat shelter, located at 1935 Q Street. Visit our website or call us at 402-441-9593.
Build, dance, play, climb, create, sing, and laugh at the Lincoln Children's Museum. With 3 floors and over 20,000 square feet of creative exhibits, both children and adults can explore and learn together. Located at 1420 P Street in downtown, the Lincoln Children's Museum is open 6 days a week and is a perfect place for birthdays and children's parties. The Lincoln Children's Museum, inviting children to create, discover, and learn through the power of play.
At the Kawasaki Reading Room, located on the 3rd floor of the Multicultural Center, the media of Japan is waiting for you. Generously donated by Kawasaki Motors, we have a wide selection of media including manga, magazines, and anime. So visit us today at the McGoughlin Multicultural Center, the Kawasaki Reading Room, where the East meets Midwest.
Don't miss out on Coffee and Conversation in the community. Coffee and Conversation takes place on the 3rd Sunday of every month at 1 o'clock p.m. at the Mary Reitma Ross Media Arts Center. Come watch a renowned documentary and join in on the discussion with your neighbors. Coffee and Conversation is free and open to the public. Check out our website at netnebraska.org/engage and follow us on Facebook. Join us at the Ross every 3rd Sunday at 1.
Welcome back to Star City News. Well, Katie, I was starting to like the warm weather, but then we got hit with more snow.
I really hope that we don't have any more surprise snowstorms. I am ready for shorts. Let's check in with meteorologist Amber Michael for this week's forecast.
Thanks, Katie. Now, the conditions around the current area are clear for the most part. The system off to the east did bring us 7 inches of snow here in the Lincoln Metro, and the system off to our west could potentially bring some precipitation going into the weekend. Now, as we look at our current temperatures, we are quite cool here in Lincoln with 33 here in Lincoln, now going into our overnight lows. 15 for our overnight low here in Lincoln, 13 in Columbus, a little bit warmer as you go west, as they do not have as much snow cover as we did get over the weekend. Now going into our highs for tomorrow, 42 here is expected here in Lincoln, a little bit cooler as you go into the west. It is a little bit warmer as they do not have that snow cover again, and it will be coming towards us in the next week. Now going into this evening, as the sun starts to go down, 33 is expected for the next few hours. Partly cloudy skies as those winds start to decrease at a northwest wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Going into tonight, 15 is expected again, partly cloudy skies. A little bit colder as those clouds are not as great over the region, and again that calm northwest wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Going into tomorrow, a little bit of a warm up. Mostly sunny skies, 42 is expected for your high. That wind shifting to the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For your 7-day forecast, we will have a warm up with 60 degrees expected on Thursday, 62 expected for your Friday going into your spring break weekend. 40% chance is expected for rain on Saturday and a 30% chance going into the beginning of the week. Now, milder conditions if you're sticking around here for spring break like I am. 58 expected on Monday and 47 expected on Tuesday. For Star City News, I'm meteorologist Amber Michael. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Amber. Ryan, would you consider yourself a Bachelor fan?
Not so much. I'm more of a Star City News guy myself.
Oh, good choice.
Do you watch it?
Well, you know, I didn't catch last night's episode, and I am dying to know who he chose.
Let's go live to Michael Scholes for your social media buzz.
Oh, the marvels of science. A new study published by Cambridge University says that by analyzing what you like on Facebook, researchers can find out quite a lot about who you are. The study found that scientists could correctly predict your race, gender, sexual orientation, religion, and even intelligence level. Apparently, those who like curly fries as opposed to regular fries have higher IQs. For what it's worth, I've always been kind of a regular fry guy. Chancellor Harvey Perlman, though, he's a curly fry man, I'm sure. For the past week and a half, he's been bringing us his daily pearls of knowledge. And with graduation fast approaching, today's Pearl offered some food for thought to graduating seniors.
I've been thinking. Every year at graduation, we talk about the future. And you all are the future. You can do big things. Stop this honey boo-boo business.
I'm with you, Chancellor. The much anticipated Bachelor finale was last night, and as Sean made his choice, Twitter had plenty to say. The decision came down, and it was Catherine who got the last rose. Fans had a lot to say. Marissa May said, Sean and Catherine remind me of Ash and JP, all about each other, not about the attention. Jacqueline Swartz didn't like the decision as much. She said she was crying harder than Lindsay was. And perhaps the most interesting tweet of the night came from Justin Bieber's mom, Patty Millette. Who will be the next Bachelorette, she says? Me, perhaps? We'll have to keep an eye on that one here at Star City News. And I'll leave you with this. Doing embarrassing things is part of life. However, the invention of YouTube means that sometimes when we do embarrassing things, almost 2 million people will see it within 2 days of it happening. Let's go to the ballpark.
Well, that is a fair ball right over the bag, and the ball girl, she knocked it down. She has no idea that she's interfered with the play, but she's making a young fan very happy with that ball. Now she realizes it. That is the second time that's happened this spring. That was a pretty clean play, though.
Well, we got to give her credit, too.
That was a fair ball she just tossed, but hey, at least the wings are good. For Star City News, I'm Michael Scholes. Back to Ryan and Katie.
Thanks, Michael. Coming up after the break, we've got your update in sports.
And the latest that's going on in the world of entertainment. You're watching Star City News.
The Dairy Store has provided the University of Nebraska with tasty treats since 1917. Located on East Campus, the Dairy Store is operated by the Department of Food Science and Technology, providing educational experiences for students. The Dairy Store sells various dairy products, including mouth-watering cheeses and more than 50 different flavors of ice cream. So stop in today. Open weekdays on East Campus. The UNL Dairy Store, serving tasty treats since 1917.
The 2013 Cornhusker State Games starts July 19th, and the Nebraska Sports Council is due to be there for the opening ceremony. The annual multi-sport festival is designed for all ages and abilities to compete in Olympic spirit, with over 60 sports, including lacrosse, swimming, and even skydiving. There's something for everybody here at the Cornhusker State Games.
And now, your Star City News Sports Report.
The Nebraska men's basketball team's regular season is complete, but the conference tournament is just 2 days away. Despite low postseason odds, senior guard Dylan Talley received honorable mention All Big Ten, and senior forward Brandon Ebell was given the conference's Sportsmanship Award. The Huskers finished the regular season 14-17 overall and 5-13 in conference play. Head coach Tim Miles and players met with the media today to discuss the upcoming tournament.
We're up for it. We're excited about it. We've got a good group. I really like this group. I wish we had a little more depth, but the guys we're going to have on the floor, I know, are up to the challenge.
I know everybody says it, but one game at a time. We have to figure out how to win on Thursday. And once we do that, then we start over and, try and figure out how to win on Fridays.
Every night you're probably going to play an NBA player, so it's exciting. It's fun to compete against the best people.
The Huskers and Boilermakers will meet for the second straight year in the opening round with tip-off Thursday at 5:30 p.m. in Chicago. The Husker football team received a scare yesterday as junior star running back Amir Abdullah suffered a tweaked knee in practice. Head coach Bo Pelini said Monday Abdullah, quote, will be back in time for spring. Whether we let him do that, I don't know. It gave us a little scare, but not a big deal. The Huskers faced the same fears with Rex Burkhead last season, but Pelini said the injury is nothing like that. The team will continue to practice next week for the upcoming April 6th spring game. In other Husker news, the football team picked up their first commitment for the 2014 class. Lincoln Southeast Luke Gifford committed to Nebraska on Monday, choosing the Huskers over Ohio, Toledo, and North Dakota. The 6'3", 195-pound junior also received interest from Washington, UCLA, and Iowa. The NCAA tournament is a week away, but the madness has already begun. 10 teams earned bids to the tournament, with number 1 ranked Gonzaga taking down St. Mary's in the West Coast Conference Finals last night, and Davidson defeating College of Charleston in the Southern Conference Finals. Creighton earned a bid with a win over Wichita State on Sunday in the Missouri Valley Conference Finals, and is expected to be anywhere from a 6 to a 10 seed in the tournament. Others joining in the dance are Belmont, Florida Gulf Coast, Iona, Harvard, Liberty, James Madison, and Western Kentucky. The Horizon League Northeast Conference and Summit League play their championship games tonight. Seeding for the tournament begins on Sunday. And finally, NFL free agency is underway with a flurry of moves. The news started yesterday as the Baltimore Ravens traded star receiver Anquan Bolden to the Niners for a 6th-round draft pick, a year after hauling in almost 1,000 yards in receiving. The Seattle Seahawks followed suit by trading for Minnesota Vikings receiver Percy Harvin, giving up a 1st and 7th-round draft pick in the process. Multiple reports say today that tight end Tony Gonzalez will come back from retirement to play with the Falcons, and the Bills released starting quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick. The flurry of moves will continue for the next few days. That's all for sports. I'm Jake Sorensen for Star City News. Back to you, Ryan and Katie.
Thanks, Jake. Katie, what's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
Well, I'm definitely into more of the old school Taylor Swift. I have to say that I probably like her song, You Belong With Me.
Well, Star City's Maddie Simbarcelis is live now with entertainment.
Hey Star City watchers, I'm Maddie here with the latest in entertainment news. The Bachelor finale was last night and Sean Lowe had to make his decision. Sean ended up choosing Catherine Guidici, leaving Lindsay Yenter heartbroken. Sean also proposed to Catherine, who said yes on the spot. The two are planning their wedding and ABC will air the event. Also, this summer's Bachelorette was announced. Desiree Hartsock will be the new girl looking for love. Taylor Swift made a dream come true when she visited the 10-year-old cancer patient Lauren Hacker last Saturday. Swift will kick off her Red Tour in Omaha on Wednesday and Thursday at the Century League Center. Tickets are not sold out, so grab yours while you still can. You may know him as Brian Fellows, the host of Scare Tactics, or more recently, Tracy Jordan of 30 Rock. Tracy Morgan will perform his stand-up comedy show, Excuse My French, at the Rococo Theater in Lincoln this Thursday. For those who are 18 and older and looking for a night filled with laughter, you can still buy tickets. Doors open at 6 p.m. Va Va Voom, spotted at New York's Ace Hotel, Dita Fonteese wowed in the first 3D printed dress. The dress was made of powdered nylon printed by a 3D printer. The dress is actually a combination of 17 separate pieces connected by 3,000 tiny joints. Looks like the fashion world is in for a high-tech facelift. And that's it for entertainment. Back to you, Ryan and Katie.
Thanks, Maddie. Well, that's going to do it for us.
Thanks for watching, and good night.